Hey everybody, it is Thursday. I hope you can have a marvelous day today. I know I look really amazing. I've been outside. I worked out this morning and then I worked out in the garden all morning. So it's really hot here and I'm really sweaty and gross. But it is time for a tag video. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you what I did to celebrate my Eat Your Veggies Day yesterday, and I got in quite a few. Okay, so I was tagged by Denise from Dish with D. I love Denise. She's amazing. Please go check her out if you haven't already. And if you came here from her, then I thank you, and I'm glad you're here. All right, let's get started on this wonderful tag, and then at the end, I'm going to tag a couple other people. This is a fashion and style this or that tag. Number 1, jeans and t-shirt or a suit? I would have to say jeans and t-shirt all the way, because in a suit, you know, when you wear a suit or you dress up like that and you're pretty formal, it changes your whole demeanor and it makes you kind of stiff. I mean, just look, if you could take a bunch of crazy teenagers and then send them to prom, put a tuxedo on them, and all of a sudden they stiffen up and they don't know what to do with their hands. They're like, oh, they're just like so professional. So I think wearing a suit, it changes everything, you know, and I kind of like to just lay back and just be myself. So jeans and a t-shirt. Number 2, dress or pants? I do like wearing a dress once in a while. I know my husband likes to see me in a dress once in a while too, but pants just feels, I don't know. I feel like I can get more done in pants. And when I have a dress on, I always have to watch, you know, how are you sitting? How do you have your legs? You know, what's going on? You know, is it a windy day? You got to hold everything down. And so, yeah, pants just make me feel like I got a little bit more freedom, I guess. Number 3, formal or casual? I would have to say, you know, I'd like dressing up formal once in a while. It's kind of fun. But again, like I was saying before, it kind of changes your demeanor a little bit. And I like to be casual. It's just the way that Number 4, sneakers or dress shoes? I have to itch my nose. Hang on a second. All right, sneakers or dress shoes? My answer would have to be, I like dress shoes. I think that, like, again, you know, like formal, it's like fun to do that, but man, do they hurt most of the time. So I would much rather be comfortable anymore. Now I've tried to get like, you know, really high heels, and I'm telling you, not only is it quite painful, but I find that I don't walk natural in them, and so it doesn't seem right on me. I don't know how people do it. If I do a heel nowadays, I try to keep it at a wedge. Wedges I could do pretty high and be okay with it, and it doesn't hurt my feet or anything like that. But I don't do it very often. Number 5, sandals or high heels? Again, it's the same thing to me. I could do a high heel sandal if it's a wedge. Other than that, and I would rather have a little bit of a heel because I'm like 5'3", so I feel like honestly, I don't mind. I like being petite most of the time, but I don't like being shorter than everybody in the room. So just a little bit of a wedge might give me a little bit more of an advantage. Number 6, makeup or none? Definitely makeup. It's like, I know you guys have seen me a few times without. Trust me, that took a big step for me to do that, you know, and I have 7 sisters, and he really gave us a hard time about not putting makeup on in the morning. I know, weird, huh? Not putting makeup on in the morning. You need to get yourself together. You need to look like you're ready for the day, and you need to look pulled together. You know what I mean? That was like a big deal to him for his girls to do that. And when we came in without any makeup, he would, you know, tease us about a little bit, not in a mean way, but just kind of like, you know, what's going on here, right? I mean, like, you gave up on life, what's going on? But it was just my dad. It's just the way that he was, the way that he is still, I guess, right? But I kind of got used to that. So as a result, I kind of feel like if I don't have makeup on in the morning, I kind of feel like I'm walking out without any clothes on. So it is really hard. It was a major step to let you guys see me with no makeup on. And that is the only time of day that you'll see me with no makeup on. I generally, right after that, I get it on pretty early in the morning. Even when I'm sick, I put makeup on. Like, all my makeup on, not just like a little eyeliner, a little lipstick, or I'll just do this or that. No, I do the whole thing all the time. I'm like, I don't know, like Tammy Faye. You know what I mean? It's like I have it on all the time. Okay. In fact, I don't think my kids, very rarely, I think, have they ever seen me without it, because I'm generally up before they get up, so the makeup goes on. So I don't know, I'll have to do an experiment, see if they recognize me if I don't have any on one morning. All right, number 7, open floor for living, dining, kitchen area, or separated by walls and doors. Our last home was really open. We had like a great room that was open to the kitchen, dining, and the living area. And it was really neat because I could see where the kids were all the time, and it was really, it seemed like we were all together. And I think that we really came to prefer that. But for some reason, when we bought this home, the way it worked out, we ended up buying it. And lo and behold, it's all separated. So, I mean, you can walk from, one to another. So it's not closed off by doors, but it does have doorways, you know what I mean? And you can definitely, everybody could be in a different part of the house, at any one time and not run into each other very easily. And I don't know, I mean, it's okay, I don't mind it. It's just that I really do love the open floor plan too. I'm not complaining about where I'm at though, because I do like it here too. But I guess open would be the way to go. If I had the choice to take a couple of walls down, I would, definitely. Let's see, number 8, electric or gas for a cook stove. Definitely gas all the way. I grew up with gas. I feel comfortable working with gas. I like to do stir fries, and it's much easier to control the heat if you have gas. Our last home was electric, and I really had to get used to that, and so I ended up burning stuff for a long time, and stuff would overflow on top of the cook stove because I couldn't get the heat down right away, and it was a big learning curve. It just didn't feel natural to me, and so I don't miss that. I really do love gas. Let's see, number 9, sun porch or deck. I would have to say, I don't know, we have a sun room right now. That's where we have our gym, and it's nice. It gets really hot in there because it's in the desert, but we do like to be outside. I would have to say, if I had a choice, I would have to go with the porch, the deck, because I do appreciate the sunroom we have, but having an open deck and having the breeze come through is nice. Although we can open up all the windows in the sunroom and have the breeze come through. That's nice too. It's just, I don't know. A deck is kind of like, makes you feel like you're out in the wilderness a little bit more. Plus, but I think it's really important to have it covered, right? Because sometimes I like to, well, we have pretty really bizarre rainstorms out here. We get those sudden flash floods, and so all of a sudden it could be like really hot, and then all of a sudden, bang, you're in the middle of a thunderstorm, right? And then it's gone as quick as it came. And it's really beautiful when you're able to sit on the porch and just be out there while it's pouring down, and you can smell the rain and you can just feel the whole thing, but not be getting wet. So it's really nice to have that kind of a deck and a porch, but to have a covering is huge. And don't get me wrong, it's really cool to be in that glass room when the rain is coming down like that, because it's just like pouring. You can see it pouring down the ceiling and down the sides, and that's really kind of neat too. So I do appreciate that. Number 10, farmhouse kitchen or galley style. Well, right now we have a galley style kitchen, and I've always liked the farmhouse kind that was kind of open. And we thought about taking a wall out and just kind of like creating another farmhouse, but right now is not the right time. We kind of want things to settle a bit, and plus we renovated our bathroom last year, and I kind of want a break. That didn't, the bathroom's amazing, but dealing with the contractors was a little bit of a headache, so I don't really know if I want to open up that can of worms again just yet. The galley style, it's okay. It's big enough. It's a galley style, but it's really wide, and so I don't mind it, but I kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't mind cooking alone. I mean, it's okay, but I kind of feel like I'm always in there by myself, you know what I mean, until it's time to call people for dinner. And I think that's because it being galley style. I'd rather it be open and then it become a hub for everybody while the cooking is going on. Okay, number 11, modern or rustic? I would say rustic, except I do like a few modern amenities. So I want it to look rustic. I want it to look old. I want it to feel, you know, like it's been around a while. But I do want a few special little things. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to have nice countertops. It'd be nice to have some nice faucets and things like that. Just a few little things that make you feel like it's rustic, but it's personalized. You know, so I do like a little bit of a modern edge to it. Retro or antique? I'd have to say antique all the way. Retro I do enjoy, but it's just a little too, I grew up, you know, in the 70s as a kid, and so I never really liked all that psychedelic stuff. I mean, retro to people these days might be something totally different. It would be like 80s or something. I don't know, but I was in high school in the 80s. I'm thinking retro is the 70s. And so, no, I didn't really like that era of design. But I do like the antique style. I think that my ideal decorating idea that I absolutely love is more country French charm. And so kind of like shabby chic with, you know, a little bit of a modern edge. I don't know if you can think of what that is. I like that. Okay, so that's it, 12 questions, and I am tagging 60 and Beyond with MaryAnn Dunham because I haven't seen a video from MaryAnn for a very long time, and I miss her, and I like to hear her talk. And I was going to tag Gina Pearson. I wrote that name down, and then I thought, I was looking around, and I saw somebody else tag Gina, so I'll double tag her anyway. Gina Pearson, you are tagged from me as well as I think it was Sandy that tagged you. Okay, hang out and I'll show you what I did on the National Eat Your Veggies Day. Okay, guys, love you a lot. I will see you next time. So on this day, this National Eat Your Veggies Day, I started out with some purslane and onion, and I started sauteing that in a tiny bit of olive oil with, I added some red bell pepper today just to make it sparkle, and I was going to put in some spinach as well. So I'm adding the spinach, and all these greens are going to just, you know, kind of melt down to just a little bit. I add the egg white in, a little bit of reduced fat feta, and yum. And then my usual oatmeal and berries in the morning, and a little decaf coffee, and I am good to go. All right, lunchtime came around, and I thought, what better way to celebrate this vegetable day than to make a picky plate, like Joan's Pointed Plate. Let's Get Fit with Sandy does it too, and I love that. I used one wedge of Laughing Cow cheese, the light, and I put it on my celery. And I've got a baked potato here. You guys, this stuff that I found, this Kinder's seasoning, is like garlic, butter, and salt. Perfect for a baked potato. Perfect. And I don't need to add any fat. I do use tamari or soy sauce on my hard-boiled eggs, and that's really good too. And I figured I'd have half a cup of this pea soup from yesterday just to balance everything out. It was so good. And I didn't eat it all, sad to say, but I tried. Later on in the evening, I made some veggie burgers. Now, these are not cooked yet. I will have the recipe link down below for this. It was awesome. Look at that little avo on that. It was great. And I also had, what else? Mixed vegetables on the side. Hubby and I split a couple kiwis, and I had one piece of freshly cut pineapple. Oh my goodness, what a dessert. I'm telling you, it was grand.